Hello folks, I've got to the stage now where I've got to replace all the wooden lintels that are in over the doors and the windows. They're fairly mighty bits of timber that are in there, and they've done a job for what, best part of 200 years. But they've got to come out and got to be replaced with concrete ones. So I did the first one yesterday. There you go. That's the one over the door in the centre, which is going to become a window. You can see underneath there, they're about 12 or so inches wide and about 5 inches thick, and best part of 7 foot long. And they're over every window. So this is the one I replaced yesterday. I've replaced it with 2 concrete lintels. But you'll see that all this stone up the top here sits on that lintel, so that's all got to come down, and then I'll be putting a heavy concrete block on top and then refilling the gap between the outer skin and the inner skin with the rubble that comes out, which I'm stacking on a pallet. So I'm going to get this one out, and I'll show you the pile of stone that it produces. It's crazy. It's just crazy how much stone is in this building. I'd love to see the pile that had to be assembled before they built this place. Must have been enormous. All brought by horse and cart, I suppose, and gathered from the river and round and about. Just, you drive through these glens and you see all these ruins, and it's hard to imagine the labour that's gone into them. And the majority of them are just wasting away. I'm just so pleased that we're able to save this one anyway. So, yeah, I'll crack on with that. There's your lintel. See how big it is? 12 by 5, something like that. So that leaves me. There's another little bit of wooden, it's like a bit 2 by 1 or something in there that's obviously been used to close the gap. Just in there. So I'll dress the heads of those stones there, and then we can get the concrete lintels in. Hello folks, it's starting to get exciting now. Oh, light there, sorry. Yeah, finally starting to feel like I'm building rather than demolishing, which is great. You see just up behind me, up over my, well, it's my left shoulder. I don't know what that'll be on yours. It'll probably be on the right, won't it? Anyway, yeah, be on your right. You can see up there, I've got all the lintels in over the windows and the doorways, and a row of blocks, which I did a couple of days ago. I'll show you that, hold on. Yeah, there we go. So I replaced all the old wooden lintels with concrete lintels. There's actually 2 lintels in each gap, because the original lintels were 12 inches wide because of the stonework. And so they're all up, and there's a row of block work on top of that, and then the gap between the block and the outside wall will get filled with the rubble that I took out of the head of the wall, which is all piled up here. That's some of it anyway, the stuff I've saved, the rest of it's out in various piles. So what I'm doing today, I've got the laser level out, and I'm starting to build the wall. Well, it's a single course of block work that's going to go right the way around the outside of the building, well, the perimeter of the inside, and that's what all the stud work's going to sit on. That's going to be set 1 inch off the wall, but I've got the laser level so that I can check the height in the corners. Obviously, you know, we poured the concrete, as you'll have seen in the previous episode, and it's you know, it's a fairly frantic operation, and lots of people raking and pulling and trying to get it flat. So it's not going to be perfect, so I need to know roughly what the discrepancies are. And it's not bad. The corners, this corner and the far corner over there, which is 20 metres away, is only about 5 mil out, which I'm well pleased with. There is a bit of a hump in the centre here though, of about maybe 15 mil higher than the corners. So that's okay, as long as I know, then I can make allowances for that. And that corner to that corner, the difference is about 5 mil as well. So I'm going to do that wall first. I'm going to do that line in there first. Then it gives me something to pull my string lines off along the front, because at this point here there won't be any block work in front of that door, not at that point anyway. Yeah, it's all I am scratching my head a little bit, because I'm used to doing, I've never worked in a stone building like this before, and the traditional way with brickwork is you have 2 skins and there's a cavity between the skins. So at doorways you've got an outer skin and an inner skin and a gap between the two, and you run your floor to the inner skin, then you've got your cavity. It's all simple, but there's no cavity here, so I'm having to think about how damp proof is going to work, and how my block work is going to figure in with that, and the stud work, and etc, etc. So yeah, that's what I'm on today. Start laying some blocks. So finally in the building phase. It's very exciting. Sliding that level down behind the block because it's an inch thick and the blocks have got to sit an inch off the wall. That's quite handy that I can just slide that down the wall and check that I'm the right distance away. It's going to be important to get these first couple absolutely spot on because everything runs from this afterwards. If I get these wrong, it just makes life more difficult later on. Go. I just run my strings between the two now and lay a course of blocks. Oh, there we go. That's the first row of blocks in. Now we take that as our level right the way around the whole perimeter of the barn now. I'm going to do this front first. I do along the front here and then into that room and back up inside that room because that's where the first bit of the roof is going to come off and that's where I first want to start building stud work. And then if I want to I can just carry on with the block work as I need to. But at least if I get this front in then that's all ready to go for the roof, which won't be that long before it's going to have to start thinking about taking that off. So, progress.